To solve for x squared, I need to get it by itself, so I'll subtract 10 from both sides. I have x squared is equal to 81. At that point, to cancel out the square, I'll take a square root of both sides. On the left, everything cancels out. On the right, I have 9. Plus or minus 9, but they want the positive solution. If I plug in these different values, I'm going to find that on the left, negative 4 squared is 16. If I take the square root of that, that's going to be 4, which is not equal to negative 4. They tell me that x is 7, so I can plug that in. I can add 7 to both sides. Then I'm going to square both sides to get rid of the square root. I'll subtract 17 from both sides. I'll divide both sides by 2. Then to get rid of the square, you can take the square root of both sides. So your answer is 4. First, I need to subtract 4 from both sides to get the square root of x all by itself. To cancel that out, I will square both sides. Now I have x is equal to 64. X is equal to 9. I plug that in. Then I'm going to add 9 to both sides. Now I have root k plus 2 is equal to 9. I square both sides to cancel that out. I have k plus 2 is equal to 81. I subtract 2 from both sides, and my answer is 79. I'm going to add 2 root x plus 1 to both sides. So I have root x plus 28 over here, and 2 root x plus 1 over here. I'm going to square both sides. So now I have x plus 28, and I have 4 times x plus 1. Then I can distribute, so I have 4x plus 4. I'm going to move all the x's to the right. I'm going to move all the numbers to the left. Then I divide by 3, and I get 8. We can plug in negative 3 here for x. Then I can take the square root of both sides to cancel out the squared. So I have negative 3a plus 3 is equal to 6. If I subtract 3 from both sides, I have negative 3a is equal to 3. If I divide both sides by negative 3, I get that a is equal to negative 1. The quotient rule suggests that if you have the same base, x to the a squared minus b squared is equal to this same thing. So using that rule, I can identify that a squared minus b squared is equal to 16. I could then solve the equation, the other equation for a, and square both sides, plugging that in for a squared. Notice the b squareds cancel out. I have negative 4b is equal to 12. I have b is equal to negative 3. If I plug that back into one of my equations, I can identify that a is equal to 5. So they want to know a minus b, which is 5 minus a negative 3, or 5 plus 3. So the answer is 8. So I can multiply both sides by x plus 1. This cancels out. And I could try to take the square root of both sides here. If I do that, the squares cancel out. So I have x plus 1 on the left, and I have the square root of 2 on the right, which is my answer. So this is 3, and this is 8. So this has to be 5. So the square root of what is 5? The answer is 25. If I take the square root of both sides, I have 2x plus 1 is equal to plus or minus 9. So I can split that answer and say that 2x plus 1 is equal to 9, or 2x plus 1 is equal to negative 9. On the left, I have 2x is equal to 8, or x is equal to 4. On the right, I have 2x is equal to negative 10, or x is equal to negative 5. So B is the answer.